A opening statement. Then after that, we'll have questions. Just raise your hand. I'll bring the mic to you.
Just proud of our guys. You know, I mean, they worked hard all off season. That was a painful loss last year. Probably one of the most painful things I've experienced in sports. And our kids were hurting, but I could just see the resolve of our guys, you know, for that whole year. I thought in off season, you know, Keenan and Bernie, our seniors, I mean, they were determined. Really quietly, subtly, without much fanfare, you know, just to go to work. And I thought our strength coaches, our training room staff did a great job of getting them ready. But just really proud of our guys because that was that's a good football team. They played, you know, Michigan State, the #2 team in the country, tough. And I was just proud of the way we played overall as a team. And our goals going to this games are really simple. Take care of the ball on offense. No eye violations on defense. You know, they've gotten us in the past with some stuff. And we did it all, you know. So just really proud just the way our guys played. And just, like I said, hats off to our football team. Hard-fought win, but really proud of our guys.
Ken, could you speak to how well the defense played in particular, forcing 4 turnovers on consecutive possessions and shutting them out till late in the third quarter?
Speechless. I thought that they played great. Coach Pearson and the defensive staff had a great game plan. You know, I mean, I loved what they did. I thought our kids played really well. We played with great composure. You know, we just want to make sure. These games are so emotional. You know, I mean, just my biggest job this week was just to settle our guys down. You know, we didn't need 19 different speakers talking to our team to motivate them. We just need to play ball. Just keep the main thing. Let everybody deal with all the stuff that goes off the field and us get ready for the game between the white lines. And I thought they all did a great job, but those turnovers were huge, huge.
And how about Will Anthony in particular? I mean, he was in the backfield all day, it seemed like. And
like I said, William Anthony epitomizes who we want to be as a football program. If we could go find somebody in the United States of America, we're looking for William Anthony. He's a good student, the most humble kid. I mean, if you see this kid, I mean, he's the nicest kid, but he's tough as nails. He's a warrior. He's a really good football player. He represents our school and our country well. But that's what we're looking for. Just, I mean, just a great human being.
Coach, last year Keenan did not play well, and he felt like he cost the team the game, and I think he really did.
Why do you always like to bring up the negative?
What's that?
We just had a great win. Why do you always start off with negative stuff?
Well, I'm saying that he obviously wanted redemption, and he played very well today to get it.
Well, he was hurt last year. I mean, the kid was hurt, but we had a quiet confidence coming into this game, not arrogance. We knew we were prepared. We were ready for the elements. We were ready for a lot of different things. We were able to practice in the rain to get ready for wet ball drills. Keenan was ready. And I felt good coming into this game because 19 was healthy and he was ready to go. But he didn't say much. You know, I mean, people try to write articles to kind of get him stir up stuff, but he knew what time it was. He wanted to win this game, but he just did it in great fashion, just as a quiet leader, and he got our team ready.
Coach, all the stuff about conferences and all, these games are still the ones that matter most to these guys.
That's a big win for us. I mean, when you come to a service academy, playing the other 2 service academy schools are a huge deal for us. And so I mean, our kids are just so elated right now, just really happy for them. But yeah, these games, you know, we're really excited to be in the AAC, but playing, beating Air Force and beating Army are still major, major goals for us.
Coach, it's been 3 weeks in a row now. You've said ECU played Florida close in the swamp the week before. UConn played Missouri close. Air Force played Michigan State close. What does that say about your program that these teams are playing so close against great competition? You guys are handling them.
We'll just keep our mouth quiet, keep grinding. You know what I mean? Just, you know, that's our deal. Just, you know, I'm proud of our guys. We'll go back and look at the tape. We're doing some good things, but just really proud of them. But, you know, I mean, as happy as I am for our guys, I mean, they came up with the slogan this year, 1-0. You know, I mean, just keep pressing forward. And in this profession and in this sports, if you do this really quickly, you're on a really quick slope to go downhill. So we'll just try to get better. Like I said, we'll celebrate this win and, you know, try to get healthy and get ready for a huge game next week.
Well, it's
Do you know the status of Quazell?
Not good. You know what I mean? Just
Any other questions for Coach? All right, thanks, Coach. Questions for the players?
Hey, Will, I know you had to bite your tongue this week when you were asked about the Air Force game last year. Just what's your thoughts on redemption this year and how good it feels now?
It's definitely redemption. I know the guard was the same, or he was a tackle last year, and he was blocking me a lot. And so I was trying to take it out on him a little bit, but I don't know. Words can't even describe it, the feeling.
Coach always says that turnovers are the difference in games like this. You ever expect the Air Force would have 4 turnovers all in the first half, all in your territory when they had a chance to score some points?
Never. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Bernie, can you comment on that?
No, I mean, conditions were a little wet. But I think, you got to attribute it to our guys just, getting off blocks and flying to the ball, making them pitch the ball when they didn't want to, making them throw the ball when they didn't want to. And, if you hustle your butt off, you're going to end up with some turnovers. Luckily, it really was in our favor today, helped us get the win.
3 of the 4 turnovers were caused.
Bernie, just for you personally, how much did last year's loss kind of motivate you, inspire you for today?
Oh, for sure. I was just absolutely disgusted after last year's loss. Not only are you not accomplishing one of your team goals, but we let every senior down in that locker room of the class 2015. We let everyone on the team down last year, and we let every brother that came before us that fought their butt off to win the CIC trophy. So it just felt good to have a chance to get back out there today, have another shot. So we just lined up, took it to them, and thankfully we came out with a W. And it felt great.
Will had 2 forced fumbles and Quazell 2 recoveries. Can you talk about the job they did and being around the ball and making things happen?
Oh, for sure. Will Quazell, 2 of our best players, veterans, starting for 2-3 years. Know how to play the option, know how to fly the ball, and just means a lot to those guys. So not surprised at all that those guys are out there flying around making plays. Sad to see Quazell go down with an ankle injury. You never want to see that for one of your brothers. But we'll get him in the training room. Get the road to recovery starting. Daquan did a good job coming in, next man up. We always say that, next man up. So we're just gonna have to move forward, pray for Quazell, and just keep this thing rolling.
Guys, what's the atmosphere like after one of these wins over the Service Academy? A lot different than the last 3 games?
Yeah, I would say just the locker room is completely different. A little more rowdy, a little more excited. You could tell definitely by the brigade getting a beat Army weekend. Everyone was pretty happy about that. Yeah, but just knowing that we lost last year and how good it feels this year, I think that's what energized the whole locker room.
Daniel, anything in particular in the game plan going into this game? What you guys wanted to accomplish?
Basically, we wanted to play downhill. We knew watching film, a lot of teams were playing lateral against them, giving them a lot of space. And we wanted to play downhill, stop them at their line instead of letting them get those extra couple yards.
Any other questions for the defensive guys? All right, guys, thank you. And Keenan Reynolds. Chris Swain's supposed to join us at some point, but
Keenan, just your thoughts on redemptive win for you today after what happened last season?
Oh, it was huge. We started preparing in the spring, and this week's been a very intense week. So I mean, it's awesome feeling to win at home, but our motto, like I said, we've said many times, 1-0. So we just try to approach the game like another game. I mean, it's still football, still played in between the white lines. There's a lot of pageantry that surrounds the game, CIC, Service Academy game. But at the end of the day, it's still football. And the biggest thing that we did that I think made us successful was not turning the ball over. And that's been like our thing we've been harping on all week. And I'm just proud of my teammates. Everybody had practiced good ball security. Center snap exchanges were great. So it was just a good day from that perspective. But we obviously know we're talking about it right after the game. There's obviously a lot of things we left out on the field, a lot of points we left out there. and we just got to go back to the drawing board, correct the mistakes, and move on.
And just for you personally, being healthy this time around, how much better were you today than last time?
Well, healthy is a relative term. There's a lot of banging that goes on with it when it comes to football. But you know, like I've said during the week, I wouldn't attribute the way I played last year to anything. I mean, obviously I had a banged up knee, but that didn't affect the way I played. But you know, with that said, it was nice to come in healthy and not be wearing a clunky brace.
Keenan, just to follow that for a second, it almost felt this week like you guys were trying to hold back talking about last year, not making any excuses for what happened, because you wanted to let the answer to those questions come out here today. Is that fairly accurate?
Well, you know, you can't make any excuses for last year. They beat us. They flat out beat us on the field. They played better than us, and we knew that. And so, you know, talking about the past, we you know, accepted that we got beat and moved on, and try to learn from those mistakes and fix those things and rearrange our game plan as needed and come out and play on the field. I mean, that was pretty much the crux of it this week.
You had said you didn't feel you played well last year. Does it feel good to, you know, put up some good numbers today, both passing and running, and kind of you personally, you know, maybe redeem yourself for the way you thought you played last year?
Well, looking at the stats, I'm not particularly happy about the passing. We were able to throw the ball well, but you know, again, there was a lot of things we left out on the field. Completion percentage wasn't that great. It wasn't great at all. So that's something that I personally can work on, and you know, me and the receivers are going to be on this week. So you know, there's always something you can improve, and I'm definitely sure we're going to find those things on Monday and get them corrected.
Obviously, there's nerves coming into a game like this. How great was it to have the defense force a 3-and-out, and then on the very first play from your side of the field, you had a long run? Does that kind of take the nerves out a little bit when you start that well?
Oh yeah, it was huge. And you know, you talk about the defense; those guys played their butts off this tonight, and you know, they got a big stop coming out, and then you know, we were able to get a long run and punch it in, and you know, kick the game off right, get a fast start, and I think that made a huge difference. And then the defense continued to play well the entire game. We sputtered a few times, and they were put in some really bad positions on our side of the field, but we were able to they were able to make some plays and get some turnovers and get us more chances to score.
EK, Coach talked about your model being 1-0 this year, but you are 4-0 for the first time since 2004. In the big picture, do you think there's something special maybe happening this season?
To be honest, we're just playing football, really. The record speaks for itself. We played a couple good football games, but at the end of the day, we can still get better. Like Keenan was saying, we left a lot of points out there today. And any other day, like if we play them again, that could be the difference between us winning and losing. So, yeah, it's nice, you know, to win a couple games, but we still got a long way to go.
EK, when did you find out you were going to be able to go?
This morning. You know, this whole week I've been, you know, just testing it out, seeing. I hadn't really tested it fully until today. And, you know, it's Air Force, so whatever you have, you got to give it all. So.
You didn't practice this week, did you?
Practice a little bit, very limited. Just, you know, just didn't want to stress it too much.
Any other questions for the offensive guys? All right, thanks, guys.